everybody. What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Conversate with Pamela. And I am your host, Pamela Stones. How's everybody doing out there? I hope all is well with you. Yes, we're to have a guest, but you know what? We'll keep it moving. Hopefully, she will join us any moment. Those of you who don't know or how we do it, today is all about Win Wednesday. You see it at the bottom. What's your win for this week? So everyone's always asking me. My phone is. I'm looking down here, so you have to bear with me. But everyone's always asking me, well, what's a win? A win is a goal that you have set for the week, and that you've either accomplished the goal, or you're working on the goal, or you notice that you need a little bit of help on the goal. That's still a win. Or better yet, you want to work on something, but you just don't know how to get there. That's still a win. So if you have a win for this week, I know you do. We all have wins. I will be able to tell you my win at the end of the show, but I definitely want to see what's your win for this week. So drop it in the feed below. I definitely will be connected with you and I will see how you're doing or if you're needing help. If you want to come on and just talk about your win, I would love to bring you on here and let's talk about your win for this week. Come in here and say, I want to join you and we'll talk about the win for this week. Now, tonight's show is sponsored by two people. The first one you see right here, and this is Vision Made Magazine. Vision Made Magazine is a quarterly magazine that empowers, inspires you to go after your what's next. But sometimes we need that little bit of help, right? Because we always facing our what ifs and I can't. Well, Vision Made Magazine does that. There's stories, empowerment stories from women around the world that are going after the small businesses. There are power words. Power words are so essential. You all will always hear me to ask you what's your power word for this year. So I definitely would love to hear your power word. I'll share mine later on as well. And those in the issues, you will also find vision board worksheets that are for an individual as well as for a business. You will find stories on health and wellness because I believe in a healthy mind allows you to get to a healthy you, which then allows you to get you your what's next. So there's so much more is impacted into the issue of Vision Made Magazine. If you would like to get a copy of Vision Made Magazine, drop it in the feed below or send me a message. I definitely will get you connected on how you can gain a copy of the magazine. Then also the magazine and also tonight's show is sponsored by look, Conversate with Pamela. What a place that you can come in here and find your tribe, connect to your tribe to help you get to your what's next. I believe that we all need support, don't you? And so, what perfect place to do it is here at Conversate with Pamela. I also have the motto what happens here in Conversate with Pamela stays here in Conversate with Pamela. If I find that is there's anything going on outside of that, then you will be no longer allowed to come here because this is a safe place and safe haven for where we can connect and we can talk and get you helping you to get to your what's next. So I definitely want you to know that this is the place for you. If you would like to gain access or if you would like to get some of the notes for tonight's show, drop it in the feed and I definitely will get you there. If you are also looking to get some personal coaching, business coaching, you're looking to start a business or you're wanting to start a business, but you just don't know where to start at, then come actually drop it in the feed and I definitely will chat for a moment and start creating a vision plan for you to get you to your what's next. So, with that being said, I have this huge announcement, you guys. Did you see? Did you see I said that something on Monday I will be dropping the news. So make sure you put in the notes that stay tuned. It'll be this time, 8 o'clock here Monday, where I will drop the news, and it's so exciting that I'm excited about what's going on with Conversate with Pamela and how it all plays in effect. So not drop, so put it on your calendar, mark it on your calendar, join me here, 8 o'clock on Monday, the 8th. I have some exciting news I would like to share with you. With that being said, let me see here. Let me jump on my phone because I don't want to miss out in any questions. But if there's any questions that you would all like to ask me, drop it in the feed. I definitely would connect with you. Also, this is Win Wednesday. And so, with that being said, let's talk a little bit about our what ifs and I can'ts because I get that a lot. And I want you to understand what is a what if and what is a and what is a I can't. I literally have sat at a desk and I'm always contemplating on, well, what if? What if I had time? What if I had money? What if I just had the skills? Then I would do something different, not more, something different. Or I can't start this new what's next because I don't have time. I can't start something, I can't start what I don't know because I don't know where to start at. And so, reason why I brought this into the podcast because I want you all to know the what ifs and I can'ts will stop you, and that's what happened to me. And so how do you come about and how do you conquer or overcome the what ifs and I can'ts? I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. So grab your pen and paper, grab your evening beverage. Tonight is going to be a short, but it is an educational way on how to get past your what ifs and I can'ts. So the first way to tackle your what ifs and I can'ts is write them down. What if and write down everything. Write it down, address it, and look at it. So write down your what ifs. What if I had time? What if I had support? What if I knew where to start at? What if I had knowledge? Right? And then so many times we all have our purpose and our passion inside of us, but we just don't know how to get started. And it's because of our what ifs and I can'ts. And then the I can't. I can't do it because I don't know where to go. I can't because I don't even know where to begin to start at. I can't, I can't because I'm so overwhelmed. And I say this to my clients, and I'm going to say this to you. There is a will, there is a way. And I can show you that if you want to start out, just drop it in the feed and say, hey, Pam, I need to learn how to maneuver through the what ifs and I can'ts. So that is why this is part of this show because not only am I facing the what ifs and I can'ts, and and but you're also hearing it from my guests. Other people are facing the what ifs and I can'ts. And so, with that being said, one way to address it is look at it, write it down, get familiarized with it. And then the next way you get past the what ifs and I can'ts is now you create a vision plan. And that's where I come into play because I want to sit down with you and sit down and find out what do you want to do? What do you see yourself doing? And let's then work our way back on creating the plan. And then the last one is to start moving on it, right? And so how do we start moving on it? We create. So how do you start moving on it? First, get clear on what you want to do. Is it going to be a side hustle or is it going to be a true job that it's going to replace your current income? One. Two, is it now once you've got start to move on it, okay, now what are you going to do? Or what is the product that you're going to sell? Or what is the service you're going to sell? Right? So now you're going to define what you're going to do. Three, then you're going to make your business legit. I don't know how many times I've seen people that has not made their business legit. How do you do that? Well, you'll have to tune in and you'll have to check me out. And then four, and start implementing. Start doing it small steps. Nothing so big that you cannot start out. So, with those tips, that is the way you can conquer your what ifs and I can't. But guess what? My guest, my co host for tonight, she is here. So now you're going to get to hear her what ifs and I can'ts that she faced through her journey. And then you'll get to hear her what's next and where she's going from here. So without further ado, I would like to welcome you all. And
Hey,
hello, Miss Kimberly. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. Well, welcome, welcome, and thank you for joining us. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, please. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you're doing.
I am Kimberly Prevo. I'm the owner of Divine Exquisite Nature, where I do health and wellness implements to enhance to change of a lifestyle. So my biggest thing is to help you build more self confidence, to encourage you to be the accountability partner, to show you there are multiple ways to get a healthier lifestyle versus saying, hey, I need to go have surgery, I need to spend a whole lot of money. I can help you to make some simple lifestyle changes. I'm big on helping like ladies. We are worth more than we give ourselves credit for. So
So,
with that being said, I'm here to help and encourage you to get to that next level of your health goals and just getting healthier.
yeah, I was on your website, so I seen some products that you were doing, the lipo and things like that. So it'll be exciting to see how you got there. But real quick, when you got to the where you are now, I know we've all faced it, the obstacles, the what ifs, and I can't. So, what are some of the obstacles that you faced before you got to where you are now?
Some of the obstacles that I faced was trial and error. I was big on trial and error. I attended training sessions. I attended different classes so that I would learn technique. And what I learned was with actually doing the lipocavitations, the RF skin tightening, you have to build trust with people. People have to trust you. You have to be knowledgeable of what you're doing so that it helps to build an established business. Most people really don't know what lipocavitation is. In RF skin tightening, lipocavitation helps to burn stubborn fat in stubborn areas, what most of us will know as a fupa. Most people call it a fupa, love handles. We've heard that all our lives. But
Hmm.
most people really don't understand that lipocavitations and RF skin tightening will help you to burn fat in one area. And also with RF skin tightening, it helps to tone, tighten, give you that body contour look. That Coke bottle shape that most people talk about. That's how you get it using lipocavitation RF skin tightening.
So it does work. I was really
Yeah,
intrigued to it. I was
it
really
does work.
So how many sessions? Look, I'm already gotten off schedule because I told you I have. Look, girl, I've already got my questions ready for you
I
because
see.
I was reading. I really was looking into it. But I'm glad you're doing the health and wellness,
Right.
especially now the winter time is coming and we all get settled in, and then we get lost up into, let's be honest, the food, and then we get
Right.
self, and then by what, January, we're all
We
trying to
are.
do out here doing.
So, so I tell people you build your summer and spring body in the winter. So when you come outside the house, then you don't have to say, hey, I got to get that summer body. So in those seasons where it's cold, you don't want to go to the gym, come get your lipocavitation sessions. You have no downtime, no gym time. I'm doing all the work. So it helps to build that skin tightening. Let's go. Summer bodies are made with lipocavitation and RL skin tightening.
Well, how many sessions does an individual on average? I know you can't tell, you won't know until
Right.
that individual come, but on average, how many
On
sessions?
average, I recommend at least getting the 3 session packet so that you'll be able to see the difference each time that you return. So you can have sessions done every 72 hours. Those 72 hours are very important because you continue to burn fat. So you gonna burn fat for 72 hours after your first session and you get immediate results. Who would not want to come in and do absolutely nothing, feel like you getting a massage, and tighten and tone their body?
Oh, absolutely. I'm listen, did you not hear me? Girl, I already wrote down my question for you. So you won't have to sell it to me. But
Right.
let's go back a little bit about your journey. How did you get past the doubts and the naysayers? So what were some of the things that you did to get past that?
What I did to get past the doubts, I believe in myself. Self came first. You have to believe in the services that you offer, and I have a passion for what I do. Coming from being in a unhealthy situation myself, being kind of overweight, I knew the things that I didn't like about myself at the time. So with not liking things about myself, why not help somebody else cross that hump that nobody helped me to get to? So it became more of a passion than a business. So I'm like, hey, why not do what I enjoy doing for other people and for myself to help somebody to the next level?
I love it. I love it. So what would be a piece of advice? We have women around the world that are listening to us and they're like, "Wow, I see she's doing it and I hear our story, but how do I even get started or what do I do?" What would be a piece of advice you would give that woman?
I would just say what's most important about the whole thing is what is it that you find what you love about yourself. And when you find what you love about yourself, then you can kind of pinpoint the things that you would do the simple changes to do to grow those areas that you don't love about yourself.
So
And
true.
that's how you just kind of build yourself up. You kind of build yourself up to it. That we know things that we need to do, but making those simple adjustments are harder to make sometimes than making a big one.
So true. That is so true. I agree with you there. So as you're beginning your amazing journey, I'm so proud of you for where you're going. I can see where you're going, but where do you see yourself as going to? What's next to this?
My what's next to this is building a bigger business. Just kind of bringing more awareness to the lipocavitations, the RF skin tightening. Since I last looked a couple of months ago, the industry is growing. More people are finding out about the services that and what lipocavitations and RF skin tightening is because there's another thing called wood therapy, and they've been doing wood therapy for years, and nobody really talk about wood therapy.
So
So, in go ahead.
what is wood therapy?
Wood therapy is it's a wood tool that you actually use. It almost looked like the little dough roller that we've been using in the kitchen for a long time, but one of those tools helps to tighten and tone and contour, and they've been using it for years. We just never knew about it.
Oh wow.
Nobody opened that door to bring knowledge and to tell us about, hey, use this wood tool to actually do lipocavitations.
So what happens if, say, for instance, because I don't live where you live at. So what can I do over here since I don't live where you are, so I can get that like girl, so I can get the lipo services.
So I do know a couple of girls that are here, there, and everywhere, near and far,
Okay.
that offer those services. So what I would recommend is you just, if you are in an area and you want to check out lipocavitations, then I would find them in a search and just go in and kind of talk with them. And I would go with the person that's most knowledgeable about what they're doing, because there are some things that you can and cannot do with lipocavitations. You want to know the ins and the outs, the odds and ends. You want to know what the benefits are. You want to know all of the things that nobody really know about lipocavitation. You want to get as much information as you can. I'm big on information. So when I do consultations, schedule a consultation and
So
just see what it is you're going to get for your money, how long is it going to take, and just go with that.
okay. So you'll be able to connect us with
Yes,
somebody in our area because
yes,
that's
we can do a connect.
okay. Perfect. So now, do you still, Kimberly? Do you still work in the corporate world?
Yes, I do work in the corporate world. I have been back in the corporate world for about a year, and it has been a journey. So with it being a journey, I love what I do. I love people, and I'm still in healthcare. Healthcare is my passion.
Mm.
So
Mm.
when you have the heart for people, you go where the people are. So healthcare, that's where the people were.
So as you are working in the corporate world and building your amazing business, has the corporate world prepared you in any way? And if so, what has been your one takeaway from the corporate world that you're implementing into your business?
Being out in the corporate world, it has helped me tremendously because those customer service, those compassionate areas that most people overlook being in the corporate world, it teaches you to be humble and
Mm.
more patient with the journey that you're on. Everybody's journey is not the same. Everybody won't have the same mindset as you, but it helps to know when you're out in the health world that okay, people want the service, people don't know about the service. And I'm here like, hey, let me give you some information. Let me tell you how you can get healthier just by making simple lifestyle changes. It's a lifestyle change.
So with your lipo services, with your lipo services, how long does it last? Does it last forever, or is there a certain period of time, and then I have to call you back and be like, hey, Kimberly, girl, I need that touch up. So girl, I'm just telling you because that would be the
So yes, I would recommend you to come in and get a touch up. But this is what I tell people: the most important way to think about it. You know how you got where you are. Our goal is to make a lifestyle change. This mean, hey, I'm gonna do this to be the best me for me that I can be for others by making these simple changes. And if you don't want to go back down that same road, you just do what you do to maintain it. Maintaining it is not really hard once you get where you are, but starting over and stopping kind of deters you from your journey. It's like a distraction.
so true.
So just keep on the journey. It's not easy. When you fall off, get back on.
It sounds easy. Look, it sounds easy to us.
Right.
We're on the business trying to juggle both corporate and our life. We're like, oh, you know what?
Right.
We hit that wall and we jump back up. But some women don't, or not, I won't say women, individuals don't. They just like, okay, I didn't hit the wall. I've
Yeah.
given up. So, say for instance, I actually someone just pinged me. So I'm sorry, I have my phone and I'm trying to do this at the same time. But there's a woman actually, she's contemplating about working on her what's next. What a piece of advice would you give her?
Your what's next is what is passionate to you. What's your goal? Set goals, write them down, visualize them, think
Mm,
about them constantly, say it out loud, see yourself actually doing it. Like it's like a dream.
yeah,
Dream yourself doing it. Think your way to it. That's the only way you can help yourself to believe in you even more. The more you believe in yourself, it does not matter what goes on around you.
that's true. So it sounds like a lot of mindset work. And if so, how often do you do some mindset work on yourself?
I try to do mindset and self care daily. I do. I talk to myself quite often, and I have to. Sometimes you have to be your best coach. You
Mhm.
have to say, "Girl, get up and do it. Girl, you got this."
Yeah,
Or get out. There are people out there that need you, and I feel like at this point, I'm the answer to somebody's prayer. They just hadn't met me yet. I hadn't entered that room yet, but I'm coming.
you are, girl. I know
I'm
you are.
coming.
I
I'm
see
coming to that room, and
you.
I'm walking like they already know me.
That's right. That's right. Great. So we're actually halfway through the show already. I mean, it's going by fast. I really enjoyed your conversation, and I'm glad we're having this girl chat so everyone would know what it's like to even start out and how to tackle the what ifs and I can'ts. You and I face them, but you see where we are. So
Yeah.
we're here to empower, inspire women. So before we take a little small little break, what would you like to leave with the women that's watching us around the world?
I would like to leave that you can be anything your heart desire. No matter what somebody told you you weren't going to be, you can do it. You got this. Girl, get up. You got this.
I love that, girl, get up. And
Girl,
that's
get
true.
up.
That's true. So everybody, as you hear Kimberly's story, and I'm sure there's many of you out there looking for support or looking on how to conquer that what ifs and I can'ts. Well, you see, Kimberly and I are doing it. So if you're needing help on getting to moving or motivating or even knowing how where to start on getting on your what's next, drop it in the feed. We definitely it'll be either be myself or Kimberly will reach out to you. And again, I tell you all, I don't have the answer. I have thousands of other women behind me that
Yeah.
has the answer. I'm not. I'm here to get you to your what's next. However you get there, it will be with support, and the tribe is here for you. So know that and note it well. So you do have a supportive tribe here. If you're looking to do that or move to your what's next, and you're like, okay, I'm going to just try it. What's the harm? We're always doubting ourselves. We're always allowing the fear to come into play. And that's one thing I will talk to Kimberly in just a few minutes. We always allow fear to hold us back and don't move forward because fear has gotten us in this box. But let me say this, Beyonce has once said she loves fear and she embraces fear because fear allows her to know what she has missed or what she's done wrong, and it builds on that helps her to build on to her what's next, and look where she's at. So if she can face the fear, we definitely can face the fear. But I'm gonna ask Kimberly in just a few minutes on how does she face the fear. But real quick, everybody, you know what we do at the half point show. This is all about giving the shout outs, and the kudos. So first and foremost, what's your win for this week? I know you guys have them. We all have wins. The wins are goals that we have set, and that we have set the goals, and either we've met the goals, we're on the way to meeting the goal, we're needing that help to get to that meeting the goal at the end of the week, or you're just needing help to set it. Those are all a win because at least you're recognizing that you're wanting to move to your what's next, and that's how you're going to get there. So tell us your win for the week. You'll hear ours in just a little bit. And as well as, I want everybody to know tonight's show is sponsored by Vision Made Magazine. Vision Made Magazine is a quarterly magazine that it has in their inspiration, it has their empowerment. There are women around the world that are showing what they have conquered and how they're going after the what's next. There are also power words. You all know I love some power words. Power words are used for when we're hitting that wall, or we're having that bad moment at our day, and we just need to look at the power word and be like, oh, okay, I got it. I got it from here. So those power words are in there. There's also worksheets, vision board worksheets for the individual as for the business. We all need a guideline on our goals to set for ourselves. And what perfect way to do it is worksheets. And then lastly, there's all about, I believe in a healthy life, a healthy mind gets us to our what's next. So now I've created a healthy life, healthy lifestyle, healthy eating section into the magazine. So if this is something you're interested in, if you would like to gain a copy of Vision Made magazine, drop it in the feed below, and I definitely will get you a copy or connect you to ways you can gain a copy. So Kimberly, before we go on anymore, but as we talked before we stopped here for a little station break, I talked about fear. How do you face fear and what do you do?
In the middle of fear, I do it scared. I just do it scared.
Yeah.
I feel like those scared areas are the areas that I'm being stretched to. And it stretches me to grow beyond what I see and what I feel that I can do self.
Right.
And in those scare times is when God sends resources, God sends people, God sends the help that I need to get me to that next level. So no matter how scared I am, I just feel like when I overcome something that scares me or fears me, I'm getting to the next level.
Well, I love it. I'm glad you did talk about being stretched because so many people say I'm being stretched, but when you say being stretched, they get back into the cocoon. But I feel being stretched is not a bad thing. What
It's,
about you?
being stretched is not a bad thing because most people don't like a challenge. And
Yeah,
when you don't like to be challenged, then it becomes more beneficial when you are challenged. If you don't have any challenges in your life, that means you're not growing to the next level.
so true.
So when you want to go to the next level, expect those challenges, expect those roadblocks, expect those stop signs. That means it's not an indicator to stop. It means, hey, there is something better, or just wait a minute. I got something around the corner that you can't see.
No, I love
So
that.
when you get to those moments of just refocus, that's time to refocus and see where I am, where I was, and where I'm trying to go.
I
Because
love it.
we get so busy with doing like the norm, and we overlook the fact that, hey, this may be an opportunity for me to get to the next level.
So true. So true. You talked a little bit about self-care. What is some of this what is your self-care routine?
My self-care routine is nail shop, get my toes done. I do as well. I take the products that I sell. And I also have partaken in the lipocavitations and the yoni steaming. And it kind of just helps me to heal my body inside. I do reading is self care. I do shop and I spend time with my kids. That's self care to me because the things that I enjoy doing, sometimes I don't get to enjoy them as much as I would like to because of the business of being in the corporate world and being a business owner. So those things are important to me. So I take time to do those things.
I love it. Yeah, I do too. I too have a self-care routine. Mine starts off with I love to shop. I'm like you. I love to shop, but I but I do window shopping because consistently going shopping, there will be a problem. So I do a lot of window shopping, but I walk. And that just gives time for me to spend time with myself. So I'm glad as a business owner, especially you're in the corporate world too. And so I'm glad to see that you're spending some time, your me time, because we all need that me time. It's
Right.
so important. So important. So in your self-care, you talk about reading. Part of the show here, we talk about the book on the shelf. And so the book on the shelf is all about expanding our mind. And so I'm always asking the co-host, well, what book are you reading? So are you reading a book currently? And if so, what's the name of the book you're reading?
Yes, I'm reading a book called Letters from the Heart.
Ooh,
And Letters from the Heart is a daddy and daughter journey from forgiveness to healing. And with reading this book, it also helped to conquer some areas of, some forgiveness are good, some unforgiveness. So it also helps to heal areas as well. And when I say that, divine exquisite nature is about healing and self-care to help you build a healthier lifestyle. If you are unhealthy on the inside, it shows on the outside. If you're unhealthy on the outside, it shows on the inside. And whatever you put in your body, it seems to seep out some kind of way. And whatever is seeping out, you fed it. You fed your mind, you fed your body, you fed your soul. And Letters from the Heart, it really opened up my mind and opened up my heart to some different ways to approach some situations.
I love it. So do you know who the author of the book is?
The author is Dexter and Delisha Easley, and I actually bought it from a church event.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's the pastor and his daughter, and he talks about his daddy daughter journey. And when I first got this book, in that journey of, most people having daddy daughter relationships, sometimes those affect how we see ourselves as women. And when those journeys affect us, how we see ourselves as women, it kind of grows into, generations to come. So at some point, hey, that's part of the healing process. That's part of self care. So part of my self care was take care of myself.
I love it. That is so true. So true. As we're coming up close to the end of the show here, which time has gone by so fast. Told you it would be fun. So what
Time time go by when you having fun.
I
You get
told
more
you.
work done when you have fun.
I told you it would be so much fun here. But real quick, Kimberly, so what is your go-to power word or quote that you go to when you're hitting that wall?
um,
Do you have one?
my power quote is right. It's posted right behind me. Be still and know that I am God.
Ooh,
So in those moments of overwhelming, getting disturbed, I just be still. His plan is way better than mine. So all I
yeah,
can do is just be still. Sometimes in your stillness, you get more work done.
you're so right. You're absolutely
In your
right.
stillness.
You're so right about that. Mine is phenomenal, phenomenal woman. Because let's be we need to hear that more. We as women are so busy and so worried about everyone else that we forget about ourselves. So phenomenal woman is one of my power words. Knowing that phenomenal, phenomenal woman as a statement because I want everybody to know. I say it to myself, but sometimes when I see someone that's having a moment, I'm like, you're a phenomenal woman and
Right.
know that. So that's my statement. So, as we're getting ready to close and shut this down for real quick, I got a few more questions. How can anyone get in touch with you, Kimberly?
I'm on Facebook as Divine Exquisite Nature. My business name, Kimberly Prevo. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as well as Divine Exquisite Nature. I'm located in Birmingham, Alabama. If you want to come to Alabama, let me know. If you passing through, let me know. Get you a session, and hey, I can say, hey, find somebody close to you. Um, you can call my office. I have multiple ways you can get in touch with me.
That is so cool. So cool. So, where's your win for this week? As we're asking all of our audience, those of you who are out there, I see you out there. So, drop it in the feed. What's your win for this week? I love celebrating you women, you gentlemen. So, what is your win? And again, a win is a win is a win. May it be big, may it be small, may you even miss the mark. That's still a win because you're recognizing that you have a goal in mind. So, drop it in the feed. Tell us your win. I love to celebrate you. But real quick, Kimberly, what's your win for this week?
My win for this week is preparation for my birthday.
Ooh,
So I'm doing a birthday special in honor of my birthday and to just show some appreciation. And so that people that feel like what I do is expensive, I'm going to extend an offer for they can get the services done at a cheaper price. So
mm,
it's going. I'm calling it a birthday special, but I think it's more like a birthday party to me because it's my passion. It's what I enjoy doing, and when I can enjoy what I'm doing and get to see and meet new people by showing my passion, hey, it's a party to me.
absolute. I know what you
It's
mean.
a party to me.
Right. Once, like you said, when you're doing your passion and your purpose, you're like, whatever, let's conquer, let's go through it, and we can fight through it. So I
Right.
can't, you guys, I will definitely have Kimberly's information at the bottom, how you can connect to her. I will also get listen, I was so busy on focusing on me, you guys. I sorry. You know how I get. These are my notes. And I also have more on the back, but I will definitely get the book. You guys all know about the book on the shelf. I always believe in expanding our minds. The way we expand our minds is to read a book is one way to do it. Now, let me say this. I don't necessarily read a book. I listen to books, but no matter how you do it, it's the way to expand your book. Oh, and the book I'm reading is Dream Big by Bob Goff. It is a amazing book. He talks about how to first really getting in tune with ourselves. And that's a little bit about what I was wanting to talk about at the beginning of the show before Kimberly had joined us, because I want us to start working on doing some in tune work, some getting in tune to ourselves, because once you get in tune to yourself and knowing what your purpose and your passion is, it's inevitable. You're going to have fun. Like, we love what we're doing. As you see, time has gone by so fast. And I kept telling Kimberly, it's going to be fine. We're going to have fun. And look, time is almost up. I can't believe it. It's gone by super fast. So that's one reason why I wanted to talk a little bit about how do you conquer your what ifs, and how do you face the I can'ts. And one way to do it is to create you a roadmap. And even Kimberly talked about it, even to get to know yourself and get to really be in tune to yourself. I really love that. So yeah, you guys know that it is important to go after your what's next, and know that you need to go after it, because if you don't, and you don't share your purpose or your passion with us, you're really jipping us, because all are here to help each other one way or another.
Right.
So definitely do that. And if you're needing help on how to get connected to your what's next, or even knowing how to conquer the what ifs and I can'ts, drop them in the feed or DM me. If I can't help you, I'll give her to Kimberly. If we can't do it, I got more women in the tribe that's coming down the pike, so you guys know that they can help you. So Kimberly, as we get ready to close out, we talked about our win, close out the show. What's your lasting word for our guest?
You can do it. What you can do it, no matter what it is, you can do it. Take
Absolutely.
small steps one day at a time. Take as long time as you need. Start over if you need to do it. Just start. You can do it.
I love it. You can do it. Okay, everybody. Well, Kimberly has has really shut it down. I mean, she's already told you you can do it. If you're needing help on how we did it, or if you're needing help on how to get moving on it, please drop it in the feed. We definitely will be in connected. We'll
Yes.
be contacting you and be connecting to you. If you guys have any other questions, I haven't seen any questions. My phone over here. Look, I'm sorry if you guys have been beeping me and things like that, because I I I wanted to give my full undivided attention to my guest here, and I thank her for it. Oh, I know, I wanted to ask you. I asked you over the show. I asked you last night, what can I do for you? You said nothing. So there's nothing I can do for you, Kimberly?
Not that I can think of. This was an amazing opportunity. So, what you actually already have done for me, and when you start talking about fear, this was my fear. So now I think I'm really comfortable at this point.
Told you. It will be so fun. We'll
Yeah,
have you come back next year so we can hear how your business is growing and where you're at and things like that. Those of you who are living in the Alabama area, you guys got to check out Kimberly. She's
I'm
doing some
checking.
amazing work for us. You know, she said to work on our body in the winter so we would be ready in the spring. That's,
Get those spring snatches.
that's right. Get it snatched up, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody. I want to first and foremost, those of you who have tuned in, we want to thank you for taking the time and stopping by and joining us. We're doing what we love. We love to empower you and helping you to get to your what's next. And what perfect way is to sit here and we talk about it. So note this, everybody, that I wanted first and foremost to say, if no one has not told you yet, you rock and you are amazing. And look at yourself and know that you have one life to live, and go out here and live it. May it be your purpose and your passion and you don't know it. Connect with me so we can get there, so you won't jip us, the world, out of your purpose and your passion. And say this, you guys, know it. What's the harm in doing it? We facing our fears, but we're still going through it. So fear, let it not stop you, but let it grow you. Until next week with another amazing co-host with another amazing story. My name is Pam Stone, and I want to thank you for joining us here at Conversate with Pamela. Take care of yourself until next week, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Good night.